Yes, very good afternoon. Hopefully, I'm audible to you all. Just please confirm me by writing yes on a chat box. Then I will proceed further. Okay, thanks, Pratham. Let us begin with the. This is your sixth chapter. Okay. Uh, okay. Yes, please note that this one is your sixth chapter, and then there are some. We have just missed two chapters. There is a color image processing and there is a one more. And basically, the wavelets has been recently been added in the fourth edition of the digital image processing, but it is not in your syllabus. So we have missed that wavelet portion, and another one is a color image processing, which we will cover in the upcoming lectures. And please note that there is a one chapter which was recently been added in the digital image processing is the wavelet transformation, and we are using wavelet transformations for the for representing an image in different resolutions or in different angles. That I will give you the brief introduction about the wavelets in later lectures. But today we will cover the a portion of a morphological image processing. And now the question is that what is a morphology? Morphology is basically is a branch of biology that actually deals with the structure of animals and the plants. So that is concerned with the structure morphology. And what is a mathematical morphology? It is defined as a tool which is used to extract an image component that is useful in the representation and description of the region shape. Yes, there is a shape is there, boundaries, and more specifically, boundaries, skeleton that I will cover later. What is the term skeleton we are using for, and the convex hull that we will discuss in this chapter. Now, the morphological techniques are basically pre-processing and the post-processing are techniques, and they are generally used for the filtering purposes, cleaning purposes, and the pruning purposes. And the morphology is one of the several tools developed, such as the segmentation, feature extraction, and the object recognition. These all are the further steps of the morphology. So hopefully you all are fully aware of that. What are the various steps involved in a digital image processing? Which actually starts from the problem domain. Then there is an image acquisition is there, image enhancement is there, image restoration is there, then color image processing is there, then wavelet transformation is there, and the morphology. And after morphology, there is a segment part is there, then feature extraction, and then pattern classification, and the last one, or that is a part of a pattern recognition, is a object recognition. So these are the basic steps, and you can just check it out where the morphology and the segmentation feature extractions are lined over there. And what is the outcome of that particular chapter? You will able to understand the what are the mathematical, what is the basically mathematical morphology and how we can apply it into the digital image processing. And there are various tools and which are used for the binary image morphology. Then that includes the erosion, dilation, opening, closing, and these are the most important terms. There is also that one is erosion, dilation, opening, and uh, closing. And the another one, you will also get the knowledge about how to develop the algorithm based on the binary image morphology for performing the tasks such as smoothing operations, edge detection, extracting connected components, and the skeleton agent. And we will discuss all the examples in this chapter that hopefully will be covered in this week, uh, by the end of this week. And let us begin with the morphological operation. And we use the morphology for the two types of the sets of the pixels. And the first one is the object, and another one is a structuring element, which is also referred to as a FE. Okay, here you can just check it out over the that is over the upper row, in which the objects are existing, in which there is a triangle is there, and another one is some shape of type of a rectangle, and the another one is an example of a object represented as a graphical image, in which there are two images. There are first one is these are referred to as a foreground, and sorry, yes, this one is referred to as a foreground, and the back one is referred to as a background. And this is a digital image. How this one is look like into a digital image. And the another the bottom row is actually representing the axis. Axis is a structuring element, which is represented as a set, and it is represented in a graphical image, and this is a digitization format. So normally we are using the structuring elements to perform the various morphological operations, and that we will cover in the upcoming slide. And here you can just check it out. What is the basic function of the morphological? For example, this one is your image, and this is the operation that we will apply on a, and assume this image as a set A, and this one is a set B. So just wait for a second as another one is want to join the session. Okay. Uh, yes. Yes. And there are two sets are there. There is the first one that is the input image, and the another one is a B, which is a set B, and also referred to as a structuring element. And please note that this one is a structuring element that will apply on a first image, and after that, after apply this operation, you will get the this one is a final image. Okay, at last you will get the final image. That is a input image, and that one is a output image. And here you can just check it out. What is the difference between these two images? And the difference is that here we have applied an operation which thin the line that existing in a figure. They assume it as there is figure X, and this one is a figure Y. And in a figure X, there are very thick lines are there, or thick blocks are there, and which is converted into the thin form. And how we have converted? Here we have used the structuring elements to convert these thick images into the thin formats. And how we have done it, that we will discuss in the upcoming slide. And first, the most important step in a morphological, basically there are only two steps are involved in a morphological, and on which other operations are depends upon. And the first one is the erosion, and the second one is the dilation. Dilation we will cover in a little bit later. But the erosion is usually represented as a base sign. Please know that this symbol, and it is one of the two fundamental operation. And what are those two fundamental? That is another one is a dilation, and the erosion in a morphological image processing, and from which all other morphological operations are based on. And we will discuss all other morphological operations uh, in this chapter. And the erosion is basically shrink the images, or thin the image pixels And definitely please note that this is concerned with the objects that exist within the binary image. And it is used to shrinking of element A by using the element B. And this one is your structuring element. With the help of a structuring element B, we can shrink the image A and generate the image C, or you can assume the any other parameter to representing the output. And please note that the erosion removes the pixels on the object boundary, and the value of output pixel is the minimum value of all the pixels in the neighborhood. And you just have to write down this line that we will cover up in the upcoming example. And the pixel is set to be a zero if uh, if any of the neighboring pixels have the value zero. And these two are the important points which are related to the erosion, and that we will discuss in upcoming example. And the morphological expressions are written in terms of the structuring elements, SC, structuring elements, and a set A, that is of the foreground pixels, or in terms of the structuring element, and an image I that contains there is I is an image and that contains the A. And we consider the former approach first with the A and B as the sets in which Z square and the erosion of A by B is generated or explained with the help of this example. And this is a expression to perform the erosion. And let us understand what is first we will understand the some basic examples, then we will do the detailed example of a erosion. Now this is a basic example. For example, this one is your image and this is a structuring element, and once you will apply this expression on these two images or on a pixel by pixel basis, you will get this type of information. And when you are applying this type of a structuring element, then you will get the this type of information. And the last one is already shown to you. And here you can recognize that what is the difference between the input and output images on the basis of the structuring elements. And this one is your input images, and that is your input, and this one is your output, and the middle one is actually representing the structuring elements. Now, I will back to the detailed example of our erosion. And in this figure, you can just check it out here. Uh, there is there is an images there. You can just repeat it as A, set A, and this one is a structuring element, and you can consider it as a B. Now we will apply this structuring element on this figure. And how we can apply it? We can apply it by on a pixel by pixel basis. And here you can see that this is a plus sign. Please note that this is a plus sign. And when we have applied here, please note that it has not yet hit on a, sorry, please, yeah. So when we have applied over, when we have put this structuring elements on a first 3 by 3 pixels, this one is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 by 3 pixels, then definitely there is no any pixels that hits the blue one. But yes, when we have just moved this structuring elements to the next point, and please note that this has been interact with the or hit with the foreground image, and when it hits it, this pixel will be removed. This pixel will be removed. There is a minus sign to represent the removed, and I will use the positive sign to represent the add. And here you can just check it out. When it is moving one by one, it is removing that pixel. The yellow one is represented as a removed pixels, and this plus is representing the structuring element, and this blue is actually representing the foreground image, and it is moving, and here you can just check it out, and it is actually removing that pixel. And just hold for a second. And here you can just check it out. The all the pixels have been the pixels which are existing over the outer boundary have been removed, and once it reach out here, yeah, once it's complete all the operations, and you will just check it out. Only this portion of an image, you can just check it out. This portion of an image will exist, and the rest all the pixels will be removed. And please, this is B1 is actually representing the input image to the erosion, and your figure A is representing the output image. And what we have applied here, we have applied just a structuring element, this plus, and this is just when it hit with the any foreground pixel, it will remove automatically. And but please note that it will not remove further. Yeah, yeah. It will not remove further because there is no any further more combinations are existing beyond this point. So this is a specific area where your output will be displayed, foreground will be displayed. Now the we will just do the uh, inverse of the erosion, and which is referred to as a dilation. And dilation, the basically the function of erosion to remove the pixels, and the dilation function is to add the pixels to the boundaries of the object in an image. While what we have done earlier, that is erosion, and that removes the pixels on the object boundary. So here you can just easily recognize that what is the difference between dilation and the erosion. Erosion is generally used to for shrinking the image or thinning the lines, and the dilation is used to thickening to uh, to thick the to thick the particular foreground or boundaries of the object. And we will see in our coming example. And the number of the pixels added or removed from the object in an image depends on the size and the shape of the structuring elements used to process the image. And this is a mathematical expression which we can use to perform the dilation operation. And this is the output. These are the outputs you can expect with the dilation. And please note that in a previous case, the boundary, the output of the erosion that exists within that hidden line, which is represented as, which is exact as the same size of this one. This white boundary is actually representing the size of the input, and it has been just the size of that particular image has been increased with respect to the input image. And here, when we have applied the another structuring element, and it has been widened, there is a little bit wide as compared to the input. And when we have applied this vertical structural element to the input figure, then your output figure has been increased in vertical form. And this is a basic operation of the dilation, in which the structuring element is there, and there is an input image is there. And here we are applying one by one, which is same as the previous one. And when it hits this one, please note that when there is a the structuring element hits with the foreground, and it will just add the pixel over here. It will add the pixel over here to the center boundary. Here you can just check it out. Then they have added another one, please note that the orange are representing the pixels which have been added, and these are the original pixels. And here you can just check it out how it is moving around the boundary of that particular foreground, and it is generating the uh, or adding the pixels or adding the boundary. And here you can just check it out. There is a adding the boundary. And okay, please note that when if it miss the boundary line, here you just given an example. Given in the example, when it miss the boundary, it just shift towards the left hand side, so that you can detect the boundary and add that particular pixels to enhance the boundary of the object. And it is increasing, that is again plus adding adding. And here you can just go through the, and after the dilation you will get this kind of a image as shown in figure A. This one is your output and this one is your input image. And after that you can recognize that what is the difference between dilation and the erosion. Erosion just decrease the size of the object, and the dilation increase the size of the object. And there is the only difference between the dilation and the erosion, and which are the two important functions exist within the morphological operations or in data processing. And we have a lot of morphological operations which all are depends on these two parameters. So in next lecture, we will discuss about what are the various applications and the other operations based on these two erosion and dilation in morphological data processing. And this is for now, and rest we will cover on tomorrow's lecture. And I will just give you the brief details about the lecture. And just hold for a second. And hopefully my screen is visible to you all. And please note that till today we have covered uh, uh, up to this point. We have covered only this point. That is dilation and erosion, and there is some basic concepts which are related to the morphological image processing that we have already covered in the first or second chapter. And however, I will cover at the end of this chapter also these two points, that is the logical operations such as the AND or uh, uh, and XOR operations, and how we can perform it over the different images on or on a two images, and what are the various set theories available for the morphological image processing, and that we have already covered, but yet we will also cover in the at the end of this chapter. And we have till last week we have covered the syllabus up to 21st lecture, that is algebraic based approach to restoration. And it is also noted that in the ST1 your syllabus will be covered up to the 18th lecture, and will start from the introduction to the digital image processing. And your last topic for the ST1 will be image restoration. That is just a basic basic information regarding the image restoration, which includes the model for image degradation and image restoration. And your lecture from 19th to 36 will come under ST2. And hopefully you all are aware of that, what will come in your ST, and that has been scheduled for 8th October or 9th October. Just please, yeah, maybe 8th October. You can just please check it out, your date sheet, and till the end of this week, we will cover up to this point. We will try to cover up to this point, but mm, if this will not cover, then we will cover it in after FT after FT2. Yes, we are already on our time. And please, if you have any question regarding the some what is a morphological and what is a erosion and what is a dilation, if you have any problem in these two topics, then you can feel free to ask, and or you can also write it on a chat box. And till then, the rest can mark their attendance. Yes, please. You can mark your attendance, and please note that these links will active for next 10 minutes only. Once you have marked, please confirm me. And if you have query, you can please feel free to ask. Yes, please note that we have covered a basic overview of morphology in today's lecture, and we have covered only two topics. The first one is the erosion, and the second one is the dilation. And we will continue from opening and closing. That is a part of morphological image processing on tomorrow onwards. And hopefully we will cover entire syllabus by entire chapter by end of this week. Yes, please. If you have any question, then you can please write it on a chat box, or you can ask me directly. Or rest, if you have marked your attendance, you can leave the session, and rest can ask the question.